Hi, this is Kamala Devi, and I am so happy to be back home. I'm on my porch in San Diego after a wild ride through Europe with my lovers and friends for a month. And I'm just brimming with inspiration for another season of courses and parties and tantric gatherings. And I know that I'm inspired because my dreams are really rich um, and I wanted to tell you about a dream experience I had and to share with you how I do dream work. So I'm going to give you 5 filters through which I like to analyze my dreams, because I see dreams as like a message from the superconsciousness, and sometimes they're deeply personal, but they can also be transpersonal, like a message for the tribe. So I'm going to share that last night, I don't even remember the dream. I was in deep sleep, and my husband woke up because I yelled, "Don't hit the Pope!" and then when he told me about it, I said, "What does that mean?" I couldn't, I had no idea. And so I started to look at the symbolism, because all dreams have an element of analogy or metaphor, or in this case, an archetype. The Pope typically is a religious authority, and so one, initial interpretation of the dream is that don't be violent towards authority. And then the next filter is that all dreams contain an element of the past, or processing, the day's events before. And in this case, having just gotten back from Italy, I'm sure my body is still processing. I didn't see the Pope, but I did see all these Catholic churches and architecture that was inspired by devotion. And I was very moved by this kind of art. And then all dreams also have an element of the future. And this is a little more controversial, because I believe dreams can be deeply psychic. And someone who's more scientifically minded might argue that it's just the mind taking in all this information and then processing probable outcomes. But for me, there tends to be like a prophetic quality to my dreams. And so in this case, it's pretty simple. I'm processing and inspired by my forthcoming show called The Sacrilegious Show. For all of you who are religious in the sack, you're going to have a ball with this holiday event. So I think that that's what that dream says about the future, at least for me. And then the 4th filter is that every dream contains some degree of reconciliation of opposites, that we are trying to subconsciously reach wholeness, or to integrate duality. And so this will often look like shadow work. If we're mourning something, or we're really sad in waking life, we might have a dream that's elated, where we're flying or soaring, or vice versa. And sometimes it's easy to look at, well, what's the opposite of what my dream told me? In this case, it might be to hit the Pope. All right, the 5th filter is the message. What does the dream say for you to do? And because I feel that there's a lot of creative problem solving that can come through dreams, and sometimes that's inspiration for a new project, and sometimes it's very specific. Here's how to fix something that's broken. And when I analyzed my dream, I thought, well, okay, it's pretty silly, but at least I'm inspired to do a little video blog and talk about dream work. So I hope that you will take these elements when you dream tonight and ask yourself, what's the symbolism? What does the dream say about the past, the future, the the shadow work or the opposites, and then what's the message or the instruction within the dream. I also want to invite you to join me for 3 exciting classes that I have coming up. First, of course, is Tantra Theater. We've got a holiday show that we're auditioning for. The second is a deep sacred sexual healing journey for women. It's called Sisters in Truth. And the third invitation, you don't have to be in San Diego. It's a telecourse. So if you've ever wanted to write a book, then join me for How to Write a Book in 90 Days. I look forward to playing with you. Namaste.